Are we live? All right. Well, Jerry gave me the signal, a semi-signal. He wasn't so secure with it, but we're going to go with it anyways. We're live here at Veterans Memorial Park, right over here in Union County. We're standing by the Gold Star Mothers Memorial. Me and Mr. Jerry is going to be talking about this for the next few minutes, and we're just going to show some respect and memorial for this holiday. Jerry has let me know that it's a holiday, but I'm going to let him talk about it because nobody's going to know more about it than him. And guys, we appreciate y'all tuning in and watching. And I'm gonna let Jerry kind of give a description because, like I say, there's nobody going to tell us more about it than him.
Well, there are a lot of Vietnam vets that that knows a lot. And in case anybody didn't know, today is Vietnam Veterans Day. Today is March 29th. And I haven't seen too much on Facebook. Pat Quinn, thank you for sharing that you did today. So we're going to show some that all gave some gave all. We got some markers here that we're going to read to you in respect to the family, to respect to those officers, and thanking them for their service that they gave their life. And that's what these markers here in Veterans Park. It's a beautiful place up here. They have a lot of events, but these markers and stuff is just so beautiful in wake of the sacrifice they give. And the Veterans Park right here, it's a beautiful lake out here. No pond, I'll say pond, not lake.
Not lake yet, not yet.
And have you ever been fishing out there?
I have, just a few times.
Yeah, there's actually some people out there fishing.
Oh yeah, I mean, they're social distancing and everything like they're supposed to be, and still being able to get out of the house and enjoy a good time. Yeah,
and got a couple people out there that's sitting around, but the shelters they have marked off with tape, so you cannot use the shelters, but you can park in your car and do some walking, social distance.
Sometimes people just need to get out, and a lot of people were asking, you know, about the park, and I don't know, are they still allowing people to play on the playgrounds? Probably.
I saw them.
Oh, are they? Okay.
Yeah, I saw some
I wasn't
kids.
sure.
And you know, to me, that's a little risky.
Yeah, kids are going to be a little bit more careless with their hands than adults, you know, touch their hands, face, mouth, stuff like that.
That's right, and if you don't know, you know, another child might be there and you come sliding down the same thing like that, so don't get on the sliding board.
Yeah, I'm not going to.
It's not pretty.
Yeah, it's too windy, it'll blow
right.
out.
And I hope y'all like our outfit right here, you know,
yes.
blue and khaki right here.
Yes.
That was the theme of the day.
I pulled up, I said, well, we're twins today. Yeah. Just need some sunglasses.
Still ain't got
sunglasses.
Yeah. I'll tell you, I know it. But I'm going to step out of the picture and get the camera. You're going to see some movement there, but we're going to show you some of the markers, and Kyle's going to read their name and stuff, and the dates, the birth date, and the date they actually deceased in Vietnam. So this is going out to the veterans, the Vietnam veterans, and we highly respect you. And we thank all veterans for your service.
Yeah, I was going to say all veterans for sure, but definitely today, you know, a special tribute to them. One thing that stood out to me as I was looking back at the stones, and I'll be honest with you, I've never taken the time. A lot of people haven't. If you get a chance, take the time. But I'll tell you the truth, the first thing that stood out to me when I looked at it was the ages. The ages on these people. When they were killed, it's, man, so young. I mean, you know, I see 34, 18, 20, 21, 20. I think I seen 25 over there. I don't think I've seen one yet that's over the age of 40 unless I've missed it. So, I mean, you know, all of them almost 30 years and younger. So, tremendous sacrifice before these people even got a chance to start life. It's a lot to really take in if you really get to thinking about it. Yes. Okay. All right. Let me step over here so Jerry can get a better shot. And the first one we have here is Olin Coleman. He was KIA of February 11th, 1971, and like I say, age of 34, and he could very well possibly be our oldest one in here, which, like I say, that's rough to think about in itself. Sergeant First Class, U.S. Army. Private First Class, U.S. Marine Corps, Wallace T. McMccann. I'm terrible at names. I'm going to destroy a name, but he died on August 12th, 1969. Again, 18 years old. You know, that's the part that it's really sad. Got Harry Sims here, Private First Class, U.S. Army. Died on January the 8th, 1969, age of 20. I mean, it's just, the youth here is incredible. Leroy Johnson, I'm guessing that's Corporal Private. Okay, Corporal. U.S. Army, he killed in April 29, 1968, age of 21. And we thank all of them for their service, because the sacrifice they give is what gives us what we have today.
And their families.
And their families, most definitely, because their families is the one that's left behind to have to fill that void, which you'll never be able to do. You got Troy Puckett here. He was Specialist 4, U.S. Army, August 3rd, 1967, age 20. So young. Curtis Jeter, Private First Class, December 16, 1966, age of 19. Everett Thompson, Private First Class, U.S. Marine Corps, August 10, 1966. He was 19 as well. It's tough seeing a lot of these teenagers like that. You got Belton Lies Jr., Private First Class, died October 28, 1965, age 19.
This is just a few.
Yeah, this is just a very few. Henry Lankford, Private First Class, U.S. Army, March 5th, 1966, age 18. Then you got Frank BARBEE. He is Private First Class as well, August 28th, 1966, age 20 years old. You got Tony BARNETT. I'm going to have to let Jerry tell me what that one means. I just won U.S. Navy, July 29, 1967, age 29. Possibly not possibly, I believe this is kinfolk. My dad told me that we had a couple of people who died in a couple of wars. This is Walter Brannon, and died, Specialist 5th in U.S. Army, March 30th, 1968, age 25. And I tell you, kind of what gives it away is his ears. kind of gives it away there. Probably some close family there. Lanata Salter, Private First Class, U.S. Army, November 16th, 1968, age 23. Do I know? Leona Salter. Mm-hmm. Roy Bratton, First Lieutenant, U.S. Air Force, August 4th, 1969, age 24. You got Curtis Good, Private First Class, U.S. Army, 1969, December the 29th, age 20. And last but not least, Larry Lawson, Private First Class, April 30th, 1973, age 27. So as you can see, tremendous amount of youth gone. It really, like I say, it makes you show how much sacrifice was done. You got here the Gold Star Mothers Memorial. Out of tragedy we were formed, out of love we continue. So, yep, real nice memorial here. They keep it well taken care of here too. Got your state flag, got the United States flag, and like I say here, like Jerry said, where it says all gave some gave all. And maybe take the time one day, maybe now, you got more time on your hands right now than you normally would. Maybe take the time to show your kids this, that way they can better respect of what's happened. And as like I say, just look at the youth that was lost in this war. and in most wars, I'm sure. But like I say, they keep it very well taken care of. Got nice two benches right there. You know, they have definitely went over and beyond for this right here, and this it's real nice, very beautiful to memorialize these people. But as Jerry gets the camera back set, he is getting everything done. And like I say, guys, I'm gonna turn it over to Jerry, because Jerry can definitely tell you much more than I can.
All right, we just want to show you just a little bit here in Union County, the respect that the soldiers really get here. And this beautiful memorial here is a tribute to the Vietnam. And when we tribute World War I, Korean War, all wars, World War II, all soldiers that has went into war and sacrificed, and their families. We can't forget their families, because a lot of families, and I can remember back in those days when you seen soldiers come to the door, knock on the door, it wasn't good news. It wasn't telling them that their son was coming home and going to be well. And there's a lot of soldiers out there now from the Vietnam era that lives homeless, and it shouldn't be. They should be, all soldiers, health care, everything should be really taken care of for them, because look what they're doing for us, and they don't get a lot of pay.
It should never be a question for a military person to ever have to struggle for anything after what they do for us. Whether they go to war or not, you know, just the sacrifice of, you know, they take away a lot of their time to be stationed overseas. They don't see their families for, you know, months, sometimes even a year at a time. And, you know, anybody else, you know, you talk about a job, sometimes people talk about, I work too much and work 12 hours, but they still get to come home and see their family. But, you know, not being able to see your family for a year at a time, you know, that's actually real sacrifice.
And when you got bullets shooting over your head, and you got hostile enemies, people that hate you around the world, coming home to a loving family, a loving support is very important. So today, if you see a Vietnam vet, give him a hug. Thank him for his service. That's what our purpose is to do today, is to bring light to what the day is, March 29th. And we see a lot about the coronavirus, and we have the woes of saying, oh, we got to stay in the house, we got to do this. Nothing compared to what these soldiers do, right?
That's it. I mean, you know, I'll take the battle of the coronavirus anytime, because, like you say, many countries that don't like us, you know, we feel like we're fair, but other countries don't see us like that. They don't see us in that way. They see us as people who are bringing war to their lives, even though we're trying to bring stability and peace. But they don't look at us like that. They see us as an enemy, and you know, they'll do whatever they can to what they feel like is liberating their country. And unfortunately, that means, you know, killing our soldiers.
That's true. Well, the wind's getting up. It's going to blow us both away, and we just wanted to bring a short moment, the KC show and Down Home with Jerry McKee show. We just wanted to bring this to you, bring your attention that today, be thankful. Even though you're staying in your house, you're not staying in a ditch somewhere and bullets over your head or people trying to kill you or nothing like that. So just be thankful today for our soldiers.
Yeah, because if you look at, you know, a good friend of mine, he comes on the show every now and then, he should come more, Mr. Kevin Brewington, I mean, lost both of his legs. I mean, you know, sacrifice don't always mean a complete loss of life. Sometimes it's a major lifestyle change, loss of legs, arms, PTSD. I mean, it goes on and on what these soldiers had to go through to just simply protect this country.
Exactly, and if you see Kevin Brewin, if you see him on Facebook, send him a thank you. Thank you, Kevin, for your service.
Yes, sir.
Well, Kyle, thank you for coming out with me, and I knew you wanted to kind of help with this.
Yeah.
This is very important. Veterans are very important to our shows, and we just wanted to bring everybody to know what the day is. March 29th is Vietnam Veterans Day. Thank you, Kyle.
Thank you, Jerry. Appreciate you.
You want to talk while I kind of
Yeah, we'll definitely do it, and we appreciate Jerry as well. You know, he served during that time, during the Vietnam War, so we appreciate him as well. Like I say, a lot of people were able to come out of that war unscathed, but then, you know, United States was never the same after this war, and I believe